Hi everyone. Today I'll be reviewing some of the apps that have been posted on Reddit by indie developers for an ASO. So, for full context, I posted a Reddit call for developers to get a free ASO audit for me done on the weekend, and this is that video where I'll be reviewing some of them. This post got some overwhelming response. There were more than 30 developers who were looking for an audit, and it's very hard to make 30 audit videos. So I'm going to be combining 3 or 4 in this one video, and I hope that this gives you a starting point to think about, not just for the developers whose apps have been reviewed for the ASO audit, but also for the developers who have not been reviewed, because the principles of ASO, the best practices, are kind of the same. So you can actually extend those best practices and use the audit tool that I'm going to show you later as well to help you find those rooms for opportunity and rooms for improvement in your app listing. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have selected a few apps here. I have selected 5 apps, and it's going to be really hard to do them all in one video, but let's just go for it. So let's start off with this first app. It's by this developer named Jab Journey, and it's from what I understand, it's a jab tracking app for different kinds of vaccines. So I'm going to go to the platform, and I'm just gonna input it in the platform, and I'm going to do this for the US store. So let's just get started. Okay, so when we start off, what we see in the tool is that it does analyze a lot of the basics of the app listing. So it will track how long the title is, the subtitle, some of the health metrics like the ratings, reviews, localization. So at the first attempt, what is found out is that relatively the title looks okay. I mean, just from a best practice perspective, it's using a good amount of characters as per the 30 character limit. Similarly, for the subtitle is the same thing, and the brand name doesn't matter here because it's not an English word, so it got detected as a brand name, but it's not actually a brand name, so it's perfectly fine at this stage. The app is new; it only has 8 ratings and reviews, so which is expected. It's an indie app, and there's not a lot of room for growth just organically. It'll build up over time, right? But what it shows is that there is room for localizations. So it seems like this app currently only has an English localization, and localizations can be really important because it's a global world, right? Not everyone speaks English, and it's much less competitive to compete in areas where there are not a lot of competing apps. So English keywords are very competitive. I mean, this is a well-known fact. So how do you balance that difficulty out? You can balance that out through localizations. Good thing is that this app has been recently updated. This sends a good signal to the App Store, and it's also relatively new. So this is not a good thing. I mean, usually older apps actually get prioritized by. It's a good signal to the App Store that the app has existed for a long time. It has some history, but that doesn't matter as much for now. It's just something that is being highlighted and educated to the developer. One thing though that has been flagged here as in a yellow is that the description is a bit too short. So the description here is it's short and to the point, but what it misses out on is 2 things. One is ranking in Google, and then second, which is more prevalent these days, is ranking in LLMs. So Apple does not directly use the keywords in your description to rank your app, but how it does help to have those keywords in your app is you can show up in search queries directly in Google. Let's say someone is searching for a vaccine tracking app, or a COVID-19 vaccine tracker, some keywords like that. Having those here can be really helpful, because when someone searches that in Google, your app can be shown if it's in the description of your app description. So this can be important. A lot of developers don't think of it like in this angle, but this can be helpful. And lastly, what the tracker does is ASO Audit does is it analyzes the keyword rankings for most of these keywords. So right now it's analyzing quite a few of them. As we see in the rankings, quite a few are above 200. I mean, I think this is expected because these are some of the higher difficulty keywords, and these are also like one word, so it's very hard to rank for them. It's interesting that it's ranking at number 20 for jab, number 24 for GLP. I mean, this is a low traffic keyword, so this doesn't matter. Ozempic 26. So The good sign is that that the rankings are showing up. It's not in the top like 50 or 100, which where it's totally invisible, but it's also not in the top 10, right? Most traffic goes to the top 10 apps. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Unfortunately, most of the keywords where it is ranking for in the double word ones are very low traffic. It's only 0.5 traffic, so this column is traffic. And so what is important then is finding keywords that are relevant and have higher traffic than this. It's a chicken and egg thing, right? Like if you have a new app, it's hard to rank for them, so it's hard to rank for keywords which have high traffic and difficulty. So I do have a tool for this. I don't know how relevant it will be for this particular app. It's called the Keyword Ideas Database. I can just search if there's any keyword related to vaccine. Vaccination was there. Okay, so vaccination reminder is also less than low traffic. GLP. Are there any medicine related keywords? Okay, there's some here which could be interesting. Medicine tracker, medicine reminder. So it's something that you need to test out. You need to find some more keywords that can be relevant to your app. And overall, I think it's a good start. If I look at the icon and screenshots, the icon looks really good. The screenshots are super clean. I actually really love these screenshots, so really good job with that. So yeah, I think this is the starting point that I would guide you on. Try to improve the description, try to find more keywords where you have higher traffic and you can rank for them, and then go for it. Okay, so then let's go to the next app. It's Boxed Up. Let's just look at Boxed Up. I think it's a UK app, right? Let's just look at it in the UK then. Yeah, it's from the UK. So similar thing for Boxed Up. I think title and a subtitle looks pretty good, well optimized. This is the popular app, more than 2,000 ratings. So yeah, that means it's been probably in the store for some time. Yeah, 3 years, so pretty good. Recently updated as well, so doing the right things. Again, the same issue though. There are no localizations. So if you want to target a global audience and grow the app downloads, localizations can be a really important tool for you. So consider localizing your app. And again, I think the same thing that I found out in the previous app. The description is short and to the point, but again, it will find it harder to appear in Google and in LLMs if this is not properly optimized. So consider creating a description which is well optimized. I have another tool for that. I can't demo it right now because it takes a long time. But basically, you can use this to create the whole listing. What it does is it analyzes your keywords, competitors, ranks them, and then finally creates an app title, keyword, and long description for it. I can show you an example for one of the past apps which it creates. And here, okay, this one is Spanish, so let me show you an English one. Maybe this one. Yeah, so this is how it looks after the final listing is created. It shows you some titles, subtitles, keywords, and some description and full description, which fits the bill. So try that out. Let's look at the keywords though. So here are some of the keywords. Okay. Okay, this is good. I think this is nice that it's ranking at 12 for the sneakers keyword, which has decent traffic. Collect. Let's wait for some of the two-word ones to load, and in the meantime, let me skip to this third app. So I'll come back. I'll come back to this one. I'm not skipping over. Okay, let's go to the third app. So this is the third app. This is a Learn Japanese Manabi reader. Okay. Again, similar thing. I think people know that first two things are like quite basic. First two checks are quite basic. They are well in line with that. But one thing here is that the rating looks a bit low. 4.25 is slightly on the lower end. I think the trust factor gravitates towards apps with at least 4.5 rating. So I think consider diving into the ratings and reviews. You can do that through the app intelligence profile. So you can just see this. Let's look at it. Let's see, user review insights. Let's see what the users are complaining about. So what this area does is it basically shows you what users are complaining about. And yeah, there are some, it seems like there are some basic bugs that people are complaining more about. These are the top three, functionality issues, login and account problems, frequent crashes and bugs. So I think a lot of people don't look at it in this way, but ASO is a culmination of not just your app listing and metadata, but it is also a culmination of your average rating, because the average rating sends a signal to the App Store how high quality the app is. So 4.25 is not bad, but it you won't stand at the same level that the other apps which have, let's say, a 4.5, 4.6 rating are. So ensuring that the users have a strong user experience and that they are rating the app positively is also very important. So consider that as an ASO factor. This is why this was flagged. Localizations, again, the same thing. And honestly, for this app, a learning Japanese app, it becomes even more important, because I mean, yes, English speakers might want to learn Japanese, but what about people from other parts of the world, right? If someone is actually learning a new language, they're probably more, how do you say, multilingual, or like more culturally diverse. So the target audience might be looking for a localization. So consider that. It's recently updated, but it's a very old app. That's quite interesting that it was launched a long time ago. That's super interesting. Okay, and now let's look at the others. In terms of the description, is doing a bit better than the others. I mean, it has around 2.5 thousand characters, so pretty good, better than the others in that sense. But also there are some, this part takes a lot of that space. So I'm not sure if this area is covering all of the keywords. So consider reviewing that with the Copilot. And let's look at the keyword rankings. So okay, some of the second two word keywords, learn related, all 0.5. So not really ranking well, but the traffic is low for multiple of them, not ranking for some of them which are not very high in traffic. And the one words are all obviously super hard. Let's look at while this is happening, let's look at the one that we had skipped. So sneaker trading. Oh wow, this is pretty good. Trading game is a 2.5 traffic keyword, and you're ranking at number 4 for it. So this is pretty solid. The thing is, again, it's ranking really well for most of these keywords, but it's the traffic is super low. So that's going to be the catch. And I think I again need to try out. The total order score came out at 76, by the way. I need to try out if there are any keywords which could be relevant right now. Nothing. Is there something great to sneak? Nothing in this. For this is a bit of a a niche app. So nothing yet for this. So wait. Yeah, coming back to this, I think these screenshots are super clean, super good, but the icon is could use more room. I mean, I'm not sure if you've A/B tested this. I think there could be room to test it out and improve it. And I think other angles, except for the description, and so find out keywords which have higher traffic and potentially better to put here. Second, consider A/B testing your app icon. Third, consider improving your app description's length and putting in the relevant keywords there. That's going to be the 3 suggestions that I will give for this app. Coming back to the Japanese app, so many tabs are open. Okay, the final order score came at 67 after all of the keywords were reviewed. And interestingly, also it ranks decently for some of these keywords, but again, the traffic is low. So if I go back to the listing, what are my suggestions? First, ensure that your average rating is good. Consider improving that. Second, you should look at the you should look at the localizations is the second recommendation. And third, in the keyword rankings, find out keywords that have higher traffic. I can again check in the database if there are keywords that fit that fit this. Okay, there are some Japan related keywords, but they're not localization related. So you'll have to find out. Is there some language related keywords? Probably language related keywords would be there. Okay, language related keywords are quite a few in this. So yeah, there could be keywords here that you could potentially benefit from. So consider using those. Let's go to the, which app is this one? Okay, Bible mode. This is a popular app. I would want to do the ASO for this. And let's start it out. All right. Again, title, subtitle, sorted out. Super good on the rating. So this is the best practice, right? Nearing 5 stars. It's not easy to do this. I think this app has really cracked a good user experience, which is why it is rated so highly. So now let's look at the localizations. Not there. This is being consistently flagged, so I think this might be something that most developers are not focusing on. um, let me think about how best to address this with my platform. I do have the Copilot feature, which makes localized listings. So if I go back to this, I do have these 5 languages supported in my platform, but I haven't deeply tested those out. So is something that could be a potential pain point for the others. Um, why is it showing as a new app though? Is it really that new? Let me check it out. Is it wrongly being captured, or is this correct? This is correct. Wow, this app is so new and it has 1.5 thousand rating. This is amazing actually. Wow, I mean, I was quite shocked. I mean, is this really an indie app? I need to talk to this guy later. He's gotten like 1.5 thousand ratings in like 2 months. That's really good. I think you're cracking something that the rest of the indie developers have not. So, great job there. We're probably leveraging on social media marketing and TikTok, I guess. It's an interesting concept. I mean, the concept is that you reduce your mindless scrolling screen time you know by tapping into the religious angle of reading the Bible, right? So this is quite cool, of an idea, quite unique, I think. um, and okay, this guy is cracking that description too. 3,800 characters, so most likely they have this covered as well. So good job there, I think. Yeah, good job. Let's look at the keywords though. um, Okay, single word are hard to rank. I think that this is a known thing, but as we start going down, this is quite interesting. Bible mode itself, the app's name is being highly searched. So what it means is, of course, that this app has good word of mouth. People are searching for it. It's ranking number one, so it's getting good traffic just from their own app's name, right? When we look at some of the others, Bible time also number one. Bible chat is not there, so this might be an interesting keyword for you to consider. I don't know if it is already there. Okay, chat is there in the subtitle. So but it's not ranking for it at all. So there could be two things you could do. One is that you could consider a cross localization. What cross localizations mean is you can leverage like Spanish, Mexico, and other languages which are also indexed in the US, and put Bible chat in their title. That could potentially boost up the ranking. And yeah, that's one thing you could do for Bible chat. While it does analyze some of the other things, let's look at the app listing. App icon is not bad, I think. But I think you have room to improve it. The screenshots are very good. You're leveraging social proof. This is good. It's very clear what the app does, right? In the first 3 screenshots, there's not too much of text. Really good as well. But the app icon is something that could be improved upon. Um, let's wait for this to complete. Um, what else? Yeah, description was seemed like it was optimized, right? Ratings are good. So app icon is an area. Bible chat is the keyword which you could potentially improve upon, and localizations. Yes, that's the third thing. Okay, let's go to the third one finally. Note drafts, and I'll go back to the Bible one to see the final audit score. Note drafts, note taking. Okay. Okay, so this is the first time I've encountered any of these apps where this part is not optimized. So both of the title and subtitle are using 23 characters out of 30, which means it is missing out on potential keywords that it could rank for. So consider looking at that. Second thing is the ratings. The ratings are very good, but the number of ratings is not a lot. So having this more than 1,000 would actually really help. So you're already on a good track. Like 600 is pretty decent, but boosting it up more, like I haven't downloaded the app, so I don't know, but asking users who have a good user experience, let's say they complete a happy flow in the app, asking them to put in a rating, and that will be highly likely a good rating, right? So that can really help. Localizations, there are 4 localizations. So first time in these 5 apps that I reviewed, there's someone who is doing localization, so good job. Finally you've you have this, but you should do more. 4 localizations out of, I think, the app store supports more than 30, so there's room for this, but good job at least to start that out. And it's a new app as well, so you're already starting off well, right? You already gained some good traction. 600 ratings in around 3 months is pretty decent. Just keep working on it, keep working on the localizations, keep asking users to improve, put in more ratings and reviews, and improve on the title and subtitle. In the description, okay, there's a huge gap here, only 1,200 characters. So like I mentioned at the start of this review, put in more keywords. Ensure that it ranks in Google, ensure that it ranks in LLMs. And okay, while it does analyze the keywords, let's go back to Bible mode. Okay, final listing is there, a score of 70. It's a bit harsh, I think. 70, I think this app should get more. But again, most of these keywords are low traffic, so I think it will be important to find some keywords which have higher traffic. I can look at the database if there is something. Bible is probably a famous one. Yeah, there are like Bible. There's quite a few. Christian. Um, okay, there's more on the dating aspect, but there are some keywords. So I think there is room, and there's potentially areas for you to find more keywords. So find keywords that are relevant. Consider A/B testing your icon. Add in localizations and focus a lot on trying to rank for Bible chat. That seems like a very relevant keyword, but it's not there. Not ranking. It's there in the it's trying to rank for it in the subtitle, but it's not actually ranking for it. So try that. Okay, I think I'm losing my breath. Last one. I'm still doing all of this. While it does this, let's look at the app listing. So we already talked about the title and subtitle. Similar to the other recommendations I gave, I mean the app icon looks very clean, but the issue is that it 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 could be not fully saying what the app does. I mean, I don't know. If I look at this, I don't fully get an understanding of what this app does. I mean, I can get it from the title, but ideally from the app icon also it should be more self-explanatory. And I think um, some of these apps might give a better hint. I'm not saying that any of these icons is better in any sense, but this, I mean, is more clearer in terms of what it does. Let's look at some of these similar apps ranking for this. Note taking. Are there any others? I mean, I don't know if if I'm able to explain what I mean by this, but I think having some having an icon which is more clearer to say, like something like a document icon, and like a pen, right? Like instead of this N, could be interesting to test with. I don't want to bet on changing it without testing it. So ensure that you test it. But I think that if you test out different icons, it can be helpful. And I forgot to mention it in some of the other apps or audits before this, but app icon conversion rate and A/B test can be really impactful. Like sometimes even the smallest of changes can boost your conversion rate by 3, 4, 5%, which is insane, because if you're getting, let's say 1,000 downloads a day at this scale, or maybe like 500 a day, you can suddenly start getting 50 to 100 more, and that compounds, right? Because the app, when you start getting more downloads and ratings, your app ranking for your keywords keeps going up. So it's a compound effect. It can really be really helpful. the screenshots are clean, but I think there are some, gaps here. Like, I think I don't like these status bars. You should consider removing them. Also, consider explaining a bit more about the app in this. I mean, I think it looks good, but it's more of a drawing rather than note taking, right? I don't know if this is the best way to explain what the app does. So consider that. I would really look at your conversion rate. I think there might be things that you could improve upon here. So let's go back to the audit. Um, Note taking, one of the main keywords, 4.1 traffic is at 61. So I know it's a competitive keyword, and you're already trying it here. What you can do is you can move it in the front. Moving it in the front could boost the ranking. It puts more weight, so you could do note taking, note draft, something like that. And you can also again repeat if it is very important for you. You can repeat it in the cross localization that I explained previously for the Bible app. And yeah, I think other keywords are, low traffic, so finding more keywords out. Um, Audit score came out low, right? And you know that, and then you know why. Basically, mainly because of this, title, subtitle are not well optimized. Localization, there is a gap, and the description is really missing out. I can try out in the keywords database if there are any keywords that are. There are quite a few. There are quite a few. Wow, that's like 38 here. If there are any notes related, there are quite there's 100 plus for notes. So you should really test it out. I think you can find keywords that are relevant, and I think you can benefit from it. So give it a shot. I think there you have built a good app, and you have room. So in conclusion, this was like a 26-minute video. I'm just saying that it was I mean, I'm losing my breath right now again, but it was exciting to review all of these apps, and I hope that some of these guidances have helped you guys. um, Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'm very happy to support you if you have any doubts, or if you're looking for any help with your ASO, either through my platform or personally. So all the best, and I look forward to seeing you guys continue to crush it in the App Store. Thanks.